Good morning, everyone. Good morning,
Hello,
Mike Kelly.
hello.
Did you have a good Friday?
I did have a good Friday. I was quite busy doing the volunteer thing, but it all had to do with
St. Patty's Day?
beer.
Was it all green beer?
No,
Thank God.
I don't put the green stuff in the beer. That's a past due date.
Yeah, it's like green beer. Yeah, I want dye in my beer.
Yeah, I want dye in my beer. I want my tongue to turn green, and I want my.
I can't even dye my beard.
Could you imagine the PPP green?
No, thank you.
I don't want to.
All right. Let's see here. There's not a ton of news today. Everything they're talking about is the banking system, whether or not it's going to fail. They're going to be there for them, whether they're not going to be there for them. We're just going to have to sit here and see what happens. I did a ton of banners, but not really a lot. This was what, though. I don't know if you heard last week, Credit Suisse was having an issue.
Credit Suisse?
Yeah, they were going to borrow like
Swiss.
Bought
by you.
Right, but what last week they were going to borrow like $63 billion or $53 billion to stay together. And then UBS came in and bought them. UBS was their competition, and they get it at a huge discount now, $3.2 billion, which is probably in a couple. Yeah, they probably had that in the safe deposit box from all the
thing, or those things.
Yeah. So
that's what should happen in this world instead of bailing out SV Bank just because Newsom and China are invested.
Well, it's like First Republic last week was, bailed out by Costco. I mean, they were like, if you look at this, like Costco and Target and whatever, Walmart went and bailed out another retailer by buying their stuff.
Right.
That's how that kind of look. And that's weird. Why would they do that? But a lot of the regional banks are having problems because people are scared, and so they're taking their money out of there. So it's one of those things that's like a run on the bank where it's fine, but then everybody thinks, oh no, it's not. So let me take my money out of there. And now it's not fine.
Right.
So,
right.
But that's there's not a ton of news. Tomorrow will be existing home sales. That'll be a big mover. You can see where that's at. Wednesday is the Fed statement day.
You got all these banners in here.
Yeah, I know. I went past them.
There you go.
Tuesday, existing home sales. Wednesday, mortgage app. The big thing is Fed statement and press conference. Really, what they're going to do moving forward. Are they going to raise rates? Not raise rates? What's happening? Initial jobless claims and new home sales on Thursday, and durable goods on Friday. But I mean, yeah, you're right. I have a ton of banners, but it's like I put them here in case I want to. The 10-year, it's having issues. What? What?
In case I want to.
That's right. In case I want to click on them, they're there if I need them.
Yeah.
But I started looking at them. I'm like going, okay, they're all saying the same thing.
Yep.
We don't really know what's going on in the banking system. It's like Ed's voice. We don't know if it's going to be here today or gone
tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah.
See how that works. So, the smaller the banks, they could, because of the insurance situation, they actually pay more. I don't know if you know that than the big banks do, which shouldn't be that way.
Right.
Because they were all bailed out back in 2008. Remember, we bailed out every one of the banks.
They're too big to fail.
Yeah. Let them fail.
Yep.
Give them everybody up to 250,000 in their accounts. So the average person will be fine. It's the people have a ton of money in there.
Yeah. Don't you look back at that and think it would have been best if we just ripped off the Band-Aid and said, boom, you're all dead.
Yeah, but I mean,
they would have struggled to survive. They would have figured things out. The
biggest thing is they should have went after the freaking bond rating agencies, and that's who they should have sued. That's who they should have went after, not who they went after.
Not the appraisers?
No, and not the mortgage brokers.
Yeah.
It was all the mortgage brokers. Really? We didn't create the product.
Yeah.
You did. And we didn't sell most of it.
Clinton, you deregulated. You said, hey, just go for it. And then Bush, you said, oh, my friends are making too much money.
Well,
let's just keep this going.
What I'm getting tired of is all new stuff that's happening because we spent too much freaking money, and they keep blaming the last administration. I get it. Everybody blames the last administration.
Sure.
But at one point, you got to take responsibility for what you did, which is spent so much money that we're here. That's what's her name? The Indian lady, Senator Warren.
The Indian lady.
The 124,000.
I don't think she has any in.
She had it 121 and 1,043 or something ridiculous. Anyway, she comes out and she says
Indian in her is when she's dating.
Okay, when she was in the past, maybe.
Yeah.
The biggest issue with that is she's coming out and saying, please, don't raise rates anymore, blah, blah, blah. This is your fault.
Right.
You guys spent trillions and trillions of dollars after we had enough in the system because you needed to pass all these different programs. And I'm not getting political here. I'm not on my soapbox. I'm just stating the fact how much money they spent.
Yeah.
All right, let's take some of that COVID money that's not spent and put it towards other things that you want to spend it on. That's where our issue is. And so the Fed had to do what they did. But again, I keep saying this is like having a couple who's on a budget and only one of them's on a budget. It doesn't work. This is what happened with our government and the Fed. They're like, we're on a budget, and the Fed says, here's your budget, and the government says, no, I need more money.
Budget? I have checks.
I mean, it's like $255 trillion in interest.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
Well, the numbers are absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, if you actually look at them,
right, and that's why they're like, oh, it's no big deal. It's not real money.
Yeah. Well,
we'll just print more. And there we go. There's our problem.
And it definitely wasn't ours. So let's spend it.
Yeah.
The one funny thing is, I've already seen the change in the market. So that opportunity bubble is basically, deflating.
Well, the rates keep improving a little bit.
Improving. Buyers are jumping back in the market like crazy.
I mean, right now, we're down a little bit today. I didn't put that. Stocks are up. Mortgage bonds are lower. Here, I'll do that now.
Oh, do that.
There you go. Lower.
I just love the banners.
Yeah. Rates up. What that means is it's up a little bit. It's going to do this. It's going to go down, up, down, up, up. It's just going to do this until we get to a point where this recession that's coming is going to slap us in the face. It's not one of those, easy recession. It's going to be fall flat on your face.
Yep.
And and a lot of people are going to be laid off. And the tech sector probably still going to go. You still that happening right now. But at least there's still 9 million to 10 million jobs out there you can go get.
Yep. I'm going to go get one, I think. I've always wanted to flip a burger.
I did that as a kid. I had 5 points to Wiener Schnitzel.
I washed dishes.
Did you hear what I said? 5 points to Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was one of my favorite places. Maybe you made one of my chili dogs.
Probably if you were there till midnight, because I worked the late shift all the time.
Sometimes I was.
It's just Saturday and Sunday to come in real early, for that shift. And at that point, we were different back then.
Yeah.
In high school, we drank a lot.
What?
Different than our kids.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I get different than our kids.
I can't believe that for a heartbeat. Yeah.
By the way, if you haven't got my book, get it. It's doing really well. Get edsbook.com. That's my website. Click on there. It takes you over to
I see it
Amazon.
down here in a quasi banner.
Yeah. But if you did get my book, please go back and leave a review. Go in where you purchase it, leave a review so it's a verified purchase, please.
Do me a favor, read it first. Then leave the review.
Yeah. Or, and I appreciate people have gone out there. We found a couple of mistakes that are fixed. And if you need an updated book, let me know. I'll get you one. But you never know. It's never going to be perfect when you send it out. You just go.
It's okay to have a typo here and there.
Yeah. Then I've had 3 typos, actually 4 if you count a rate.
Oh, I'm returning the book.
Yeah. What are you going to do? And I went through that thing, and I had so many people read it ahead of time, and they caught one of the typos.
Well, and it's because they were reading it in their language,
English.
They were. What did they do? They were in a different field.
Quality control.
Yeah. So they read quality instead of qualify. Right. And you thought you were typing qualify, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when you see it, because you're a lender, your brain says qualify, right?
Mm-hmm. F and T.
And when I see it, because I'm a realtor, I saw qualify. It's interesting how we correct things just automatically.
The way we look at it and think about it.
Yep. But listings are kind of just flat. They're just
we don't have enough.
We don't have enough. I read this morning that our Gruesome Newsome is supporting a small house
for homeless people. Have you seen that?
It's kind of, I don't know. It's a step above. It's a step up. It's going to hold 2 people. He's going to do a total of, in California, are you ready for this? 1,200.
Yeah, that's the homeless ones.
Yeah.
That's the little ones they're going to put out in different places for.
You got 500 in San Jose or something like that. You got 250 in some other place, 250 in another, and 200 in another. And it's a drop in the bucket. It just really is a drop. I commend them. Great. You got the little house movement kind of going.
Yeah, but it's not for you to buy. It's for you to put a homeless person in.
I know. And so we're paying for it, or maybe
You know how many billions
maybe
of
Silicon Valley
dollars?
Bank is paying for it.
Yeah, you know how many billions of dollars we've spent on homeless over the last couple of years, and it's not done anything.
Yeah, the sad thing is there's not one single answer
No,
that will fix the homeless issue. There's
but
a multitude of answers because there's a multitude of different reasons why people are homeless. It's the people that need to be reached out to or reached are the ones that are really actually trying to not be homeless.
And that's like 10% of them.
Yeah. And
I think we had somebody on, it's probably a little bit more than that, but that's just what it seems like. It's the regular people I know, but they don't want help. They don't mind it. I mean, I know the vets that are homeless that don't really want help because they have PTSD and they haven't dealt with it. And they like being outside because it makes them feel better.
Right.
And that's, I get all that. But at what point do we, and that's somebody local that said, okay, enough is enough. As a politician, he said, enough is enough. We've done everything we can for homeless. We need to focus on the people who actually pay the taxes,
right?
So that they can use the parks. They can use certain things with their kids and not worry about this stuff. I was like, holy cow, that's the way it should be. We don't mind helping. That's not what we're saying.
Right.
But if you don't want help, what do we do?
Do a little home village for the vets that don't want to be in something. Do it someplace. Make it a little, Utah did. I have to find that research, but
we tried to do that down by the river.
No, that was just stupid. That was absolutely stupid. That was just a place to get high and
that was supposedly what they were moving them all there because they couldn't get them out of the parks unless they had a place for them.
But Utah did like a little village, and you had to maintain your property. You had to do some type of work if it was, lawns or whatever, and you were kind of self-supporting. And it worked really well. Utah's homeless population dwindled considerably because of that one thing they did. And I got to go back. I'll find it.
We can talk about. But again, locally, all right. So you're going to let's say we slap 500 of these somewhere.
Yeah.
There's not going to be 500. I don't know for a fact. I don't deal with it all day long, but from what I see, it's the normal people are always the same homeless that I see.
Yeah.
Right. They don't want help. When I had a place down, I know I'm downtown, but another place off of between 15th and 16th Street, we fought it constantly.
Yeah.
They'd camp out in our area. And there was nothing you could do about it.
I was on the blight committee for a while, and they were saying there was a little over 1,000 people who were homeless in the Modesto area. Mostly brought in. A lot of times they're dropped off because this is where the last time they got arrested.
Oh, really?
So when they get out of jail or out of prison, they're dropped off at the last place they got arrested. And there's like a $75 pittance that they get for 3 days, and then boom, you're on your own. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Real estate,
$75. I can't even get a.
Real estate prices are very stable and increasing. I'm already watching.
We're not trying to be impersonal to homeless people.
No, we're not.
And we're just saying that we don't know what the fix is, but it is something that is affecting everywhere, and our parks need to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
We need to quit throwing money at it and actually fix it.
Yeah.
So
need more.
Real estate prices are increasing.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to point that out.
Rates came down.
Rates came down. Real estate prices are increasing. Multiple offers on most listings. I mean, from probably 550 or 650 and up, you're not getting as many multiple offers. You might get two. Series of buyers that have jumped into my world. I'm working with. We go out. Properties have been on the market for 60 days, 65 days. We go out last weekend, and boom, they all have 4 or 5 offers, and they sell that day. So the bubble has burst, and I'm talking about the opportunity bubble.
Right. You still have an opportunity. You're just not going to get all the closing costs,
right,
and everything else. You're going to have to start having your own money. And I've seen a lot of people go, there's our down payment assistance programs are DPA, and it's that new program that's coming out from
March 27th, right?
Yeah. And again, I guess they've adjusted maybe the interest rates on the 20%, how much that's going to be. Still, the question is, it's a better program if you could just go FHA, or if you could just go, if you have the FICO score 3% down conventional, you don't have to give your value of your house to somebody else until you pay off the loan. You need to look at everything to see what's better for you to get in the property. Because I had somebody go, well,
this is the equity share thing, right?
Yeah, this is like the CalHFA, the new program they're doing with equity share, which a lot of people have gotten in, and I'm talking 2018, 2019, with the regular CalHFA program and a few cents. But and they've, made equity on their home and they've paid the stuff off. The question really is, if the new program, are they ever going to get out from underneath that 20%? And at what point are they you keep sharing it, and can they refinance? And, or one more thing here, now that we're busier and you have multiple offers, are you going to take that down payment assistance program?
No, the seller's not.
Right.
And it's not the realtor that gets to choose the offers. It's the seller that chooses the offer, and they're going to choose the one that seems to get the most opportunity to close escrow.
And fast.
Yeah, and you don't want to just go into escrow. It's fun to be in escrow, but you want to be able to close it as well. The Calhafa thing that's coming up is kind of reminding me of when back in the 80s when cabinet shop I was working for was doing factoring, where they were getting 80% of their bid or their contract up front so they could buy material and pay their workers and stuff like that. But then the bank that factored it for them would keep 10% at the end. They could never catch up. There was no profit.
Right. And or it's going to take, right now we're going to see appreciation again.
Right.
But the question really is, what's those numbers? We did have a comment, Brandy Gonzalez. Yes. Multiple offers in the past 2 weeks. My buyers have been offering 5 to 10K over.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been saying this for 6 months that this was going to finally come here. What month are we in? March?
March.
It came before April and May, and we said May and June we'd see a major change.
You said May and June. I thought we'd see it in March.
Well, I was talking interest rate change.
Oh, okay.
We had some good. Well, I didn't think banks were going to fail this fast.
No, well, those are always those little surprise eggs that you're like, oh, look, something happened. That's why I always say I make a prediction. And I said, unless something really stupid happens.
Right. If you're still there, Brandy, what's the price point? That'd be nice to know. If that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that'd be nice that if you're going to tell us the stuff, tell us the price point so we know kind of what we're dealing with. So we can let people know, because I think it's anything under the FHA. Of course, I'm sure it's FHA, and below. But
holy moly,
okay, you don't do it that way, sir.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. You're not going to put it on there. 430 to 475.
Where you see that somewhere? Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah. What do you mean? You've already put it on our post the way you did that.
I know. It looks kind of cool. It looks like, wow, a lot of people are doing things. Anyway, that's a good price point.
Well, that's the FHA and below,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think FHA in our area, you can
517, 250 or something like that.
Yeah, it's for the purchase price. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying. We're seeing that all day long now, and we knew it was coming. And because there's such a pent up demand for buyers wanting to get into a home out of what they're doing, and they're waiting long enough. We just need more houses, and and now we're going to see builders start building more, but then again, now they're going to stop working with any agent.
Right. Yeah, because they're not going to need us anymore.
Right.
So you're already seeing there's a subdivision out in Turlock that I think is offering 2% to the cooperating broker.
What's really good right now? Las Vegas. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, and they've got standing inventory in Las Vegas still.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity now. If you're moving somewhere else like Vegas and Texas, if you're going to do that, you have a huge opportunity right now. Two things: get it very inexpensive and a great rate right now.
Right. But she'll be living in Vegas.
Yeah, I know, but
you
can't fix
that. You got to figure out what you're going to do. For people who work from home and it doesn't really matter, go to Vegas.
Yeah, but
they have shows all the time.
and eat.
They do have some really good restaurants. Oh, heat. And eat. They have really good restaurants.
Yes, they do. Have you ever been to Echo and Riggs?
No. Have you ever been to Beauty in Essex?
No, but Echo and Riggs is outside, like by Henderson or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they have one in Sacramento, supposedly. I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah.
Butcher shop down below, and then a high scale restaurant above. So they bring out the board of the meat. Oh, that's a 44-ounce porterhouse. That's a 6. It's just ridiculous.
That's not fun.
Yeah, it's a great place.
This place I went to in Chicago a long time ago.
Under
400K is wild. Been coming up against 6 to 10 offers with it landing up to 15 to 20K over. Yep.
And that is in
what?
I'm just saying hopefully that's in the county.
Oh, there's a few places here in the city that
1,200 square feet, probably.
No, not that big.
Oh. Somebody was asking about a 460 70 square foot. It's, it's there's no there's no minimum square footage for loans, but it's got to make sense.
Yeah. Well, it's like the place in Ceres that I just closed. We put it on the market for $230. It sold for $280. I had 26 offers, 24 of them cash. And I didn't. I mean, I saw the value fixed up, but this was like, fire would be good for this property at the time.
Well, they're going to fix it up.
They're going to fix it up.
And
Well, they're not going to flip it. I mean, the guy that actually bought it, they're going to put their nephew in it, which is a great thing. And, they put $60K into it. They're going to be at market value in that neighborhood. So they're kind of okay.
Right. But they got in there where nobody else, you couldn't get a loan on there. I mean, nobody wants to wait for that.
No.
There's all these great programs out there to do all this kind of stuff. And everybody's like, do you offer this? Do you offer this?
Yeah.
But why? Because you're not going to be
It's not going to happen in this market unless you find that one person, that one piece of property that nobody is looking at. And then you could do the 203K or the VA, a rehab loan.
Right. Yeah. If you have a foundation left, then you can just do the full 203K.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But again, and then we do. And the reason I'm leaving this up here is because so if somebody just sees this, they can see that the market has changed.
Yep. But these are our realtors who are in the trenches that are doing this every single day. It's just not just me talking. It's all, this is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm watching. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm experiencing. So,
and we said it was coming. And it doesn't matter the fact that, and I'm just throwing, like, we can close in 9 days. It doesn't matter if they got a cash offer. If they got this, they're going to go with those cash offers. If you're a down payment assistant that you're doing that in your program, good luck. Maybe you can do it on the house you're in, right? If that seller says you got first right of refusal,
right? I'll
do that for you. Because I've done a lot. I was looking the other day with people like, are you still working in Tuolumne County? I'm like, half of my business is still up there.
Yeah.
And one of the guys was buying a duplex VA. And the problem was septic failed.
Yeah.
He was getting a settlement for this other stuff. And it took 3 months. They worked with him. They let him stay in there and buy that place. And now he has a duplex as a vet, which is great because he's going to shove his kids in the other side and he gets one side, or then eventually he'll rent the whole thing out.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So there's good programs out there, but again, you might not be able to use it because of the competition we're going to have now.
Right. That we are having now. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to get worse.
Is it Monday?
Yes.
Feels like Friday.
I don't know. It'd be nice.
Smells like Wednesday.
All right. Thank you for listening to us. We've been here a little bit.
Yep.
And again, thanks for, giving the information, Brandy. Really appreciate it.
Yep, we do.
And if anybody else has any information about what's going on, please post it in the comment and we'll put it on here so people know, because we want to be the place people come to. We do the radio show on Saturdays, 12 to 1, and that's for the general public. This is, I'd say, more for agents, the loan officers, and the general public.
And the general public, yeah.
All right.
All right. It's Monday.
Yes, it is.
Make an amazing week.
I'm going to try.
Don't let your bank fail.
Yes.
Could be a country western song, right?
Don't let your bank fail.
All right, guys.
Leave your money in your bank.
Don't take it out because you're scared.
That's right.
Make it a great week.
Yeah,
we will talk to you Wednesday.
Yes, we will.
So,
and if you guys need anything in the meantime, reach out. You know how to get a hold of us. I'm Ed Parcaut everywhere. Mike Kelly is Mike Kelly.
I'm in a few places.
Yeah. All right. Everybody knows you. All right. Make it a